Yo guys, TeamVLR George here back again, this time around with a OTK combo video for Invoked. So essentially I'm going to be showing you guys two different combos, one before the Alistair link and one afterwards. The first one has to do with Borrelsword. Shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Decks. There's this article written by this guy named Wi-Fi Spiders. That's where I learned about the combo, so I'm going to be showing you guys that. And then I'm going to show you a Alistair link combo that's also an OTK. And for both of these combos, I'm going to show you like a variant version of it, without Engage or Hornet Drones if you guys can afford that. But yeah, I guess let's get into the combos. First one is the Borrelsword combo. So what you're gonna need for this combo is Alistair and either Engage or Hornet Drones, because Engage gets you to the Hornet Drones. So you're gonna start off with Hornet Drones. You're gonna summon a token. Here's my Karibo token. That's becoming Kagari immediately. Kakari's gonna add back the token generator. You're gonna summon the token again right now. I guess it really doesn't matter where you summon it, but I'm just gonna put it underneath for whatever reason. Then you're gonna normal summon Alistair, search Invocation. So you now have Invocation in hand. Now you're gonna go into Hayati for the extra zone. So here's Hayati. With these two fools, you're gonna go into Nightmare Goblin. Goblin's effect is going to activate, and you can just discard whatever else you had in your hand if you already opened a big hand, but since Engage is here, I'm just going to discard that for time's sake. Now you get an Invocation, and you're going to want to summon Purgatrio first and foremost. He's like the OTK enabler most of the time anyways. So you already have Fire Kagari Engrave and then Alistair, so you summon Purg. Right here. Then you're going to want to use Invocation's effect to shuffle it back and then add Alistair to your hand. With that additional summon now, you're going to summon Alistair once again, search once again. You have Invocation in hand. Now you have the material for a Borrelsword, so you're going to make him. There he is. And finally, with the last card, Invocation, you could either banish Goblin or Hayati, they're both wind, it doesn't really matter, to summon Raijin here in this zone. So now you have approximately 8200 damage on board if your opponent has no monsters on the field. But even if they do, this is the kind of OTK that works even if they have monsters because of Purgatrio. If anything, if they have a bunch of monsters, you're going to be doing way more than 8200. But yeah, that's the combo, so 8200 damage. Next up, I'm going to show you the kind of a similar combo, just without Engage, so we're going to have to change some cards around, and it involves using Scorpio. Alright guys, now for the variant of the Borrelsword combo, we're going to rely on Scorpio. It's essentially the same combo, you just summon a different Invoke monster, and you're going to need more discard fodder, which shouldn't be too much of a problem if you're already going first. So yeah, let's get it started. First off, we start with Scorpio. Scorpio's going to discard a monster to special summon Darling Cobra from deck. Darling Cobra's going to search Brilliant Fusion. With that, you're going to seize these two into Invoker. Invoker's going to activate. He's going to summon Thousand Blades from deck. These two, we're going to make a generic link to that points down. That happens to be Space Insulator in this scenario. Now with Space Insulator on the field, we're going to Brilliant Fusion. We're going to summon Seraphinite by sending Trick Clown and any Gem Knight. It really doesn't matter, I just happen to have Garnet here. Trick Clown's going to activate, summoning itself. You're going to take 1000. As a result, Thousand Blades is going to activate. You're going to want to summon out of the way somewhere, just so it's out of the way. Now you're going to want to use the extra normal summon from Seraphinite to summon Alistair. Alistair's going to search Invocation. Now with these two, you're going to want to make Nightmare Goblin. Goblin's going to activate on summon. You're going to discard whatever else you have in your hand to get an additional normal summon later. Right now you're going to want to summon the first Invoked. Now instead of Raijin this time, we're going to want to summon Makaba, which has higher attack and a negate. So not a bad trade-off in my opinion. We're going to want to summon him here. You're going to use Invocation's effect, add Alistair back in hand. Now, you're going to extra normal summon from Nightmare Goblin. You're going to search Invocation again. With these two, you're going to want to make a fire so you can summon your favorite OTK Invoke monster. So now you have Phoenix. With these now, you can make Borrelsword. So here he is. And then with that, you're going to want to Invocation Fuse for the last monster. You're going to want to banish Phoenix, Alistair, the Sun Purgatrio. And you have a similar combo, if not the same. Now you have approximately 8,500 attack because of the 3 additional attack from Makaba. And Purgatrio can still mow through monsters even if your opponent has monsters. But yeah, so this is the alternate version. More breaks, more discard, but I guess if you can't afford engage, what are you going to do? Now on to the Alistair Link monster OTKs. Now for the Alistair Invoke Link combos. Since I don't have the card yet, because when I'm filming this, the set hasn't even released, I'm just going to edit it in post so you guys can enjoy my awesome editing skills. But yeah, essentially it's another 2-card combo. You're going to need Alistair and either Hornet Jones or Engage to get you to the Hornet Jones. So let's start off with the Hornet Jones. You're going to summon a token. You're going to rely on the Karibo token again. Then you're going to make Kagari. Kagari is going to add back the token generator. You're going to use the token generator once again. Summon back Karibo. Now here, it really depends on what your opponent has. Say if they have monsters, right now you can go into the Alistair Invoke Link because you would have Kagari in the grave and that's a fire and it really doesn't matter. But if their field is open, you're going to want to have exact damage and Purgatrio can't get you that. In which case, you would send both of these two to make Landfill Link as first, and then summon Alistair the Invoker, which would then make the Invoke Link monster. But let's assume they have monsters and we don't need to summon something like Landfill Link is for the light attribute. So let's make Alistair the Invoker Link monster, and he's summoned now. Now with him on the field, you're gonna want to normal summon Alistair, because we haven't used the normal summon yet. You want to search Invocation. Now that you have that, you're going to want to summon, let's say they have monsters again, Purgatrio. So you banish Kagari, banish that, activate this, and you summon your boy Purgatrio right here into the zone it points to. And with that, you're going to activate the Invoker, the Mad Invoker's effect. You're going to go and discard a card. Let's just say this was a blank card and you're discarding it for the Book of Law, which is the OTK enabler. If you guys didn't know, the Book of Law just tributes an invoked fusion monster to summon another one from your extra deck. So basically 2 attacks. Now with that, you have 1,800, 2,300, and however many attacks you have. But you're still going to need another fat stack. So you're going to want to add Invocation back to deck, get that 1,000 extra attack from Alistair. So then, when you're done attacking with this, you can Book of Law, send that to the grave, whether it was a Makaba as a result or Purgatrio as we had. And you can summon something big like Magellanica and then give it 1,000 more attack. With Makaba and an open field, that's approximately 18 plus 25 plus 4k, which if I'm not mistaken is 8,300, so that's game right there. And depending on how many monsters they have with Purgatrio, you could be doing more than that. But yeah, that's the second OTK. It's a lot more simple, but I mean, it gets the job done all the same. So let me show you the alternate version if you don't have Engage. Alright, so for the alternate version of this Alistair Invoked Link monster combo, honestly, you don't need anything this expensive, you don't need anything this complicated. All you need is something like Photon Thrasher. It's light, Alistair's dark, it's a warrior, Alistair's a spellcaster, different types, different attributes equal the Invoked Link monster, and it's a special summon, it inherently summons itself. So you special summon it, right? Normal summon Alistair, okay, search Invocation. With these two alone, you can already make the Link monster. So again, I'm going to edit that in now. That's going to be on the field. You have a light engrave now, so you don't need to make something like Lamphalinkus. You get Invocation, banishing both what you have in the grave. Then you're going to summon your boy Makaba into the zone it points to. Assuming you have another card to discard, you're going to do it now to obviously search the Book of Law. That's the OTK enabler again. And now we're going to recycle our beloved Alistair, sending Invocation to the deck, adding Alistair to hand. And then again, it's the same sort of deal, 1,800, 25. When Makaba's done attacking, send him to the grave, and you make Magellanica. And that's 4k with Alistair again, that's 8,200. So you don't need anything as complicated as Engage, all you need is a simple Photon Thrasher. But yeah, that's the final combo. I'd be interested to see if you guys know any other OTK combos with the new Invoke cards or old cards that came out before the Link Monster, such as Borrelsword. If you do, let me know down in the comments below. I'm interested. But yeah, otherwise, try it down below. Tell me what you think. And TeamVLR is out. Peace.